We are going live, man. We've got a live one. What's going on, my fitness friends? You ready to roll? Let's do a little of that. A little of the shoulder action. Al!
Hi.
How can you give a high five if your phone's in your hand?
Who gives high fives these days?
I do, ironically. Who's sore in their traps a little, and why? What do we do? Are you up there? Are you sore there? That was a legit question. Reaches.
No.
Make sure before you do this exercise that nobody's flying any drones over your head. Make sure you are also not in the path of any migrating monarchs. They need safe passage. We're running out of them. They're dying en masse. That's a good idea. Get away from the guy doing weird shit. You don't want to be
Well,
tarnished.
you've already done
But-
two things at me, so I'm gonna. One was the high five. One was the pressing on my trap, asking.
I need
if
another
it was
high
sore.
five.
Maybe I gave you one. Maybe he just pretended.
Pull apart. You can use this band, which is a TheraBand, or you can use that not band, which is the wrong band. Try the red one. She's going to use a long, continuous loop band, and she's holding it like that. You can also hold it like just on the top, so that as you get toward the finish, it kicks in a little bit more. It's a band and or TRX and or chin-up bar day.
You're late, man. I have your phone. And your Instagram.
I keep not looking at the Insta phone. I should. I gotta remember that still exists.
Yes, you have to be.
But it's on borrowed time. All right. Well, while you guys continue doing that, I'm gonna anchor. So I have the Jungle Gym, not a TRX here, just because I like the option to like have it at different whatever's distance apart. But TRX is just fine. All right. Plunk. Speaking of TRXs, I am this close to trying to figure out how to do TRXing in New York City, like in the park. I mean, I'm tempted to just use a tree branch. They say to, I've never actually done that. Oh wait, no, yeah, I did at my folks' place. They say to protect the tree with something like a towel. Yeah, that's a lot of those, right?
Yeah, that got very trappy.
That got trapped. Let's do a quick set of rows. Like this. Take your band, put it, I've got it there and there, right? So I'm standing on the band. And then you're just gonna do rows like this. Alice, you can have a disband.
Great. You're gonna take the black one.
Yeah, I think so. Here we go.
How'd you down?
I'll do down, but I don't want to be too down.
You won't be. See how much head space you have.
Yeah, you're right. That's
Okay,
lots of
so
head
you
space.
find where you want to stand. I'll set the thing up.
So I'll stand here.
Okay.
So,
good.
voila. Get on your band, lean way over. It's a one-arm row. So with this band, this is lighter. Holding two together is harder. Or rather, not two together. It's one band, but holding both sides of the band is harder. Don't kill yourself yet. Think of just like 15-ish. Now, if you don't have a TRX, this is all you're doing today. You are just playing with your band. But if you have TRX, let's start with that.
11.
And switch. I like to take, it's pretty much just a squat, but extend the opposite leg a little farther out, so it's almost like a lunge. So I've got both knees bent, but like this one's a little farther out. This one, the back one, is the left now, is a little straighter. and I'm able to brace against my forearm. Now, you don't have to do that. You can do this. That works your low back a bit more. Your low back's going to work no matter what, but especially if you're really lifting heavy, you'll want that extra stability. But yeah, that is working the lumbar, the spinal erectors.
Nice.
Yeah, just like a deadlift. Think of what is a deadlift if not spinal stability. Those spinal erectors just keeping you from collapsing. All right.
Very nice.
Next up, we're gonna do that high pull into Cuban snatch into the Y's. This one really needs a name. I've seen people call this kind of stuff YTLs. It's not just a face pull, a TRX face pull. That looks like, oh wait, that's right. This one I've got too. So this one's not as easily adjustable in a room where I can't go all the way back. All right. Yeah, can you rotate?
I will.
Sean, Frank.
You need to ask me
So
things that I'm
this is
doing.
that's just a face pull. Okay, we're not doing that. We're doing high pull into a press like that. So you make a Y shape at the top. All right. So I'll show you the first part, high pull like that. See that? Elbows go out, wrists are level with the elbows. Then after that, you externally rotate. So you just go from here to there. Now you're in this like W shape, okay? High pull, W, and then the Y. A 1 and a 2 and a 3. Now that's too easy. I'm almost standing upright and it went slack. So I'm gonna move in a little bit. This will make the tension appropriate throughout. I may feel like I'm sliding a little. And you can always, as you start to fatigue, you can back up. Generally, with this one, it's the farther back you go, the easier it is. I shouldn't say generally. The farther back you go on most of these, on all of these rowing, I don't know, I'm qualifying these so much. Rowing exercises, that makes it easier. Al's turn.
Great.
Here you go, my pal Al,
Thank you.
who drinks pale ales.
You.
Alice does not drink pale ales. She don't like all them hops. I don't know where to stand. I don't know where to put myself. Hey, you're doing that really well.
Good place for you.
Good. High pull. Right now you're at about there. Let's get this. Yeah. Make the first part like that. Good.
Thank you. That felt. These are.
I know, you gotta do that. I did that so that we could be there.
Got
Yeah.
it. Oh.
That might have been why you were.
No, it wasn't.
No,
It was
okay.
because I wasn't doing the exercise right. But now I feel it. It feels good.
This is satisfying. See this? See this? See what I'm doing? Peeling it apart like that. See that? See that? It's so satiating. And you guys can't really hear it. It makes like this like sound. It's like stepping on ice and breaking it. It's like dry leaves cracking them underfoot. Satisfying.
I'm gonna say that because
Next,
that got me.
put your band around your wrists. Now you're just going to do some rowing. So the first one is an exercise in and of itself, but it's also a really good warm-up. This one is a warm-up set for the rows. If you are doing the one-arm rows, pace yourselves because you're going to be at it a while. Think of doing like 3 sets per arm. That's going to take you a good bit. That's what I hate about one-arm rows. It takes forever. First world problem. Ugh. I do 60 reps on my right arm. Oh. Okay, so you're just going to do some rowing. And as you do, stretch the band. Keep your elbows somewhat tucked. Okay? So I'm pinching my shoulder blades back. Think of like, what's a good image? You're popping your chest out as you get toward the top. Stick the chest out. Proud chest. Elbows down a little, not fully tucked like this. They're out a bit to the sides, but it's not like the previous exercise. It's not a high pull like that. It's like a 3/4. But then you externally rotate a bit by stretching the hands part. It's raining. It's raining out there.
Yeah. Do you,
Whoa. 1 second, I'm just going to show the next one.
Okay.
Right when you hit failure, just do a couple of these extra things. Okay? Either around the wrist or just gripping it. Just keeping my elbows tucked to the side and I'm stretching apart. Like an accordionist. What were you going to say?
I was gonna say, when you're doing that, I know you're thinking about, you're saying proud chest.
Yes.
So I know you're pulling your shoulders back. Do you ever think of like squeezing anything between your shoulder blades, or more chest? Like, what's your muscles?
The imagery of squeezing anything between your shoulder blades,
Mm-hmm.
I used to use that all the time. So many people looked at me like I was crazy and couldn't seem to feel much. I somewhat gave up on it, but there is that image of like, I'll put a finger there and I'll say, pinch my finger, like if somebody's doing a row. That gets mixed success, mixed results. Or like pretend you're squeezing a pencil between your wings. Now some people, they intuitively get, actually, you know what, here's my answer to that question. The people for whom that works, they already do it. Like I say, squeeze your shoulder blades together. They just do it. If I tell them to squeeze a pencil between there, they're going to do it also, but they didn't even need that cue. They're already going to do it. People I've had who have a hard time squeezing them back, I say squeeze a pencil between them. They still are like, I got nothing. Or they think they're doing it, but they ain't. What are you working? Well, it is the mid-trapezius and the rhomboids. They are these guys right there between the shoulder blades. You're doing that well. Think of, actually, you know what? Turn neutral, though. Yeah, so you might need to flip the handles around so they're not banging into each other, but it looks like they won't hit you. Yeah, you're good.
Oh my gosh, this is so much harder.
Yes. And if it gets too tough, you can back up a little bit. And also at the bottom, sit your hips back a little bit.
Okay.
So do you see how she was a little, do one wrong for a second?
I was just keeping the
This
straight
is
line.
a little too acute an angle. We want her now at 90 here. Shoulder angle. Yes, that's much better. So you sit into it a little bit. And as you stand, you can slightly push the hips forward. But as you're going back down, you want to go back to that 90 degree at the thingamajig at the shoulder.
How many reps are we doing?
Just go till you get a good cook, a good burn.
Oh.
All right. Lose a chin up bar in it. There it is. All right. So I put this here, which I'm still not convinced is the best thing, but it'll do. This is going to stop me from sliding too far forward.
So nice. He just puts it on the ground as a
It's just a brace.
place to put his feet.
Yeah.
That's it. You could put anything there. Nothing. Is solely so that he gets to press into something.
Yeah. Otherwise, my feet slide. Some people have, I don't know. Maybe they secrete the sticky substance out of their feet. Maybe some people are part gecko.
Some people get pedicures.
What is this word? Pedicure. Well, I would think that would make your skin smoother and more prone to slipping.
No.
But I'm also not a foot expert.
Right. I find that you got to get rid of at some point. Your feet get so rough on the bottom that they're just slick and they're like you can walk on rocks.
Dry and yeah.
So it's just like a layer of like a shoe, a slick shoe. So you can walk on rocks. But then
can you rotate that a little bit back toward the rear of the gym? If that's the rear of the gym. Okay, so I've evened these out again. I have shortened them a bit because I plan to be farther underneath this thing, and away I go. Feet are against my chin-up bar so that I don't go sliding, and away I go. So I'm staying in a slight bend, and at the bottom I'm slightly pushing my hips back, and I'm focusing on that pushing out the chest. And I may add the band again later, but I'm just going to start this way. Oh, I forgot. I was going to do just some scapular depression. I forgot to do it. You know what? We're still going to do it. We can do it later.
Great. That sounds amazing.
How many reps are we doing?
Good burn.
Bunches. Yeah, good burn. I did a little pause there, but I'm going to do about 8 more, I think.
Like when you tell your mama jokes. Those are good burns.
Yeah, good burns. Ugh. Oh. Ugh. Same setup.
Fantastic.
I you notice as a kid, well, I mean, that's true about a lot of things. Like every mama joke is the new one because you haven't heard any when you're a kid.
Yeah.
But then it seems like no new ones come out. And I don't know if that's just because no new ones are coming out or because you just keep hearing them when you're a kid and they've all existed for years, but you're only hearing them for the first time because you're only now exposed to them. Are they writing fewer mama jokes now? Because I don't think I've heard a new mama joke in 10 years.
Yeah, I just don't think that's the type of humor that they do anymore. So I think it was popular and then it went out of fashion.
Yo mama's so old, she remembers when there were a lot of new yo mama jokes.
Exactly. She was the original yo mama joke.
Yo mama's so old, they used to say your mother.
Right. I didn't do as many as Sean, but I'm fine with that.
Actually, there's a real joke there. Yo mama's so old, your mother is so... No, forget it, I wrote it. It had potential.
I like mine.
What was yours?
Your mama's so old, she was the first yo mama.
It's good.
The first yo mama joke was about her.
Yeah!
That's how it worked on the phrasing, but that's the joke. She was the original.
Okay, where was I? Oh yeah, this. I am not going to add the band, and I'm going to do a second set. We're just going to do 3 of these.
Great.
So again, you people at home doing band rows, hopefully you're timing it to where your 3rd set on the left arm will be completed when we finish the 3rd set of these bad boys. And you may have done a warm-up set of those. So you'll actually end up doing 8 sets. In fact, you should have done a warm-up set. In general, always do warm-ups. Let's say you're walking down the street and you see a woman trapped under her car. Go find a lighter car, lift that, then go and try to lift the woman from under her car. Because otherwise you might hurt something. You want to be warmed up before attempting a PR. So if she's under a Volkswagen, go look for one of those Mini Coopers or one of those smart cars. Ugh, they're everywhere. You'll find them. I don't like that they took that name, smart car, because we're going to have actual smart cars. What are we going to call them? It's a semi-autonomous, now it's a fully autonomous vehicle, self-driving. That's long-winded. Smart car, boom, done. But those idiots with their what's smart about it? Smart economical, I guess? That kind of smart? That's dumb. They stole a good name.
I mean, it's dumb from your perspective. It was brilliant from a marketing perspective. Because now they will always be the first thing that comes to mind when they really do get real smart cars.
Speaking of marketing, did you hear Pfizer they've had a coronavirus vaccine for 3 months, but they just don't know how to market it yet? That was an Onion today.
So funny.
They just can't decide on the ad.
Yeah, that's funny. All right.
Belle. Hi, Belle. How do I do this? I gotta lift this up. And there's that Los. The other Sean. Sean is a very common name. Did you know that, Alice? I didn't, but I'm at a gym, or at least I was before Manhattan gyms became verboten. There were 6 of us. I'm not kidding. Literally 6. And there's not 1,000 people in that gym. It's the smallest gym. 4 Sean trainers, One dude's Caribbean. This Sean is Romanian.
Ugh. That's the odds of that are rather
Yeah, there's low.
statistically. Now I'm curious. Are there more just Seans that are trainers? Is that
Oh,
a thing?
maybe
'Cause
that's it.
I don't know that. I know a few Seans, but not that many.
Right. Yeah.
So maybe you just happen to pick a field that is.
Rich with Sean's.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was that or nuclear physicist has a lot of Sean's. Ugh. Ugh. I got a joke for you.
Mm-hmm.
There's a guy, he's a professor of string theory and atomic physics. His wife walks in and catches him in bed with another woman.
Mhm.
He says, I can explain everything. Oh. Or I think quantum mechanics and string theory. Now you get it.
Well, for the record, I got it before, but you're right. Now it's a better joke.
How was that whimper? Was that a good one?
This is a great one. Actually, you nailed it.
I'm gonna do 5 more. I'm gonna whimper at the end.
Okay.
5, 4, 3. Oh, it's so
Nice.
weird, but nice. Okay, third and final set.
Oh, that was your third and final.
Yes.
Yeah, so I have this one. Okay. All right. Do you like the red things on the inside or outside?
So I put them on the outside.
Done.
I put them on the outside because there are some exercises where they might bang into each other, but really for this row, it doesn't matter. Good. The horseshoes. Well, I know. If you are only banding it, put your band in the door. If you have your anchor, you have this thing, put your band very high, like overhead. If you are not banding it, if you are TRXing it, do this. Just one set of these, at least.
Yeah.
You can get me up in there. Oh, let me move the foot. Stop. Okay. Observe. Take your TRX. Again, this is if you have your TRX. If not, you're going to use a band. I'll show you how to do that in a second. Hold this overhead. Now, this is basically a one-arm overhead squat with the TRX. I am putting some weight in it. I think in the camera, it looks like my arm is way behind me. Like it looks like I'm rotated. I'm trying not to be. I'm trying to be basically almost straight on. My arm is up and just slightly back. And then from there, maybe you twist a little bit. You're not trying to twist. You're trying to stay mostly forward. And then do the squat, okay? So it's a one-arm overhead squat with the TRX. And why? Because it's working all this stuff, stretching all this stuff. Getting some interesting oblique stuff in there.
Got it.
You could even make a case for loading this with a band under your feet, but let's not do that now.
So are you, so you're doing this, so do you think about squaring your chest off to the wall?
Yeah,
or
mostly. Mostly try to square to the
Cool.
thing in front. But a little rotation is fine. Now, I have to do a little more because I'm pretty tight in my shoulders. Alice probably wouldn't have to do. She'll probably be able to stay squarer. But it's also a little bit of a weight distribution thing. If you're fully square like this, you'll spin. So you kind of have to do that a little bit so that the TRX, the rope, strap is like closer to your center of mass. I may put the camera behind Alice to show that, but instead I think I'm going to show you this thing. Okay, so she's got that up and overhead. Actually, I don't really need to show you this. Just picture, if you're using a band, go with the light one, and yeah, anchor it at the top, and just pull it back. Create a little bit of tension to do your squats. Good, Al. And just don't let your shoulders start to roll forward. So I think for you, yeah, you have such really good mobility. Keep this like that. Now do one. Just to about there, I think, is your limit. Your hip mobility and ankle mobility is great, so you could go all the way down, but let's stop you just shy of that. Feel all right? Should feel pretty good.
Yeah.
Should be work for the upper back. And you
I don't know how I like this hand.
let that partially decide how low you go. Just keep it that way. Because if it starts to want to turn in, that's a sign you're probably going too deep. But Alice can do overhead squats with a barbell. I can't do that. Them's hard. I mean, I can, I just don't do them very deep or with very much weight. I say just do like 2 more.
Mm-hmm. Just one more.
20. All right, so up and behind me. So this is it's an isometric for the upper back. For the back of your shoulder, your mid-traps, all that same stuff. Your legs are working, and you're fighting to keep your chest up. I think, this is a good one to address imbalances. You get your core, you're working your obliques. It's actually easier with rings because they can slightly move more comfortably in the hand. I'm just gonna do 3 more. Watch, I'll show you. I could go deeper, but my hand is gonna drift a bit, or my shoulder is gonna roll forward like that. 1 more. Here you are. Thank you. Last one for Al. All right, chin-up bar is next if you got one. If you don't have a chin-up bar, you can do TRX rows with your body angled forward. I will really quickly show you that. Yeah, this will be a good line actually for those. If you do have if you do have a chin-up bar, pick a chin-up variation that you can do, let's say 30 seconds of. So if that is just straight chinning, do that. You might get 8, 10 chin-ups, and then might have to rest for a second. Try to get somewhere around, we'll say 20 to 30 seconds. If that is too tough for you, consider doing the negatives where you jump up, start up like this, and then slowly lower yourself. Jump, catch, slowly lower yourself. Do that for 30. I think that's what Al will be doing. Very good, very good. Last one, I'd say. Good.
Jump, catch.
You could also just try to, you could also just try to do holds. Instead of slowly going down, just jump up there and just try to hang there. But here, if you don't have a chin-up bar, but you have these, if they're anchored in a door like this, you can do this. See, I'm sticking my butt back so that the straps are in the same line, the same plane as my torso. We've done these before. So I'm staying low. As I drop back, I keep my chest down, and now I pull up that way. Now, toward the very bottom, you might have to tilt your chest up a little, but immediately dive forward. The weird thing about these is that at the top, it gets a bit easier, but you get the idea. I'm trying to mimic a pull-up or a lat pull-down. It's like when we use the band, and we just pull like this, which brings me to my next point. If you don't have TRX or chin-up bar, put the band in the door, lean over, and pull like that, so it's in line with your torso. Okay, those time to do chin-ups. Alice, you excited?
Yep.
Good. I know you love chin-ups. Ish.
I don't. I don't let chin ups. He knows this. This is why he's saying that, just for our home viewers.
You love keeping your chin up in the face. You do that.
But do I love it?
All right, I'm gonna do approximately 30 seconds or something of chinning up.
Great. You may time me?
Yeah, can you?
Okay, 1 second.
That's it. 30 seconds is gonna feel way longer than I feel like doing. I'm used to probably far less than that. Okay.
Okay, you tell me when.
All right, on my mark.
Mm-hmm.
Get set. Here we go.
Good job.
What's your time? I'm not gonna let you down mine.
10 seconds left.
Okay.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job.
Oh. Okay, that wasn't too awful. Your turn. Let me know when you're ready. You do the jumps?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Wait, we're gonna do 30 seconds of this for me too?
Uh-huh. Yeah, just like jump, come down slow, and jump, come down slow for a total of 30 seconds.
Okay.
The little mini breaks are allowed. Just try to minimize them.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
$18, $19, $20, 10 seconds to go. Good. 3, 24, 25. Get this last one. Yeah. All right.
Silly.
Silly?
Yeah.
It's good. This thing's starting to fall apart. You notice that?
Yep.
Because we've been making use of it.
We should wrap with some electric tape.
Do that. I'm going to send it back, have them refurbish it. Give me a new one. It's a lifetime warranty. Do you know that? I made that up, but it could be true.
I'll buy you some new handles.
I have looked on the internet. There are different chin-up bars. They run the gamut from simple to complex. Some of them jut out like this, so you're literally doing chins way out here. I guess that makes some sense. I don't think the ones that are just tension rods, right? I mean, that just go like that, they make me nervous. And all of the fail videos online are people with those things. They're like, here I go, and then they fall and die.
Or should get one to go in between that.
It's a double length.
Yeah, and then we could just wrap TRX around that. Like
Sure.
use that would be.
That'd be pretty cool. All right, I feel we're covered. We're just doing 2 of these, folks. 2 sets of 30 seconds. All right. On our marks. You can time.
Yes. Get set. Go. Oh, we're halfway there.
That's it.
9, 8, 7, 6. One.
All right. Get this over.
You're good. Let me fix it. By him doing the thing that I could have done, he's holding us up.
You need the rest. You just went. We need recoveries.
Shall we?
Sure. You feel ready?
Never.
30 seconds only.
All right.
On your mark.
Get set. Go.
Very good. "24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Okay. Hey, we're in good time. This is gonna be a quick one today. So, next up, you can keep your chin-up bar in your door and do levers. Front levers. Woof. Those is fun. I will do my first set, and then I'll give you the quick alternative. You can go overhand like this. You can go underhand. You can go mixed grip. You can go neutral grip. Whatever you want. Oh, these are hard. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of a swing today.
Give y'all a different view. He's swinging his bod, working to be
Not great today.
parallel with the floor.
Them's hard. I'm doing it poorly. For one, it's really hard to start these with bent knees. Like, see that? That's my goal, is to just lean back and lift my legs. Some days I'm able to do it. Today maybe I'm a hair spent. But with the legs, they just literally do that as you lean back and you push into it. So if you can do that, if you want to try that, groovy. Option B, short breath.
I'm gonna roll my legs through.
You want to do one? We did that last time, right? Do it.
I was
Do it.
just playing last.
There's skin the cats. There's back levers. I'm just going to hang out in her neighborhood.
Nope.
No? I'm not allowed?
I mean, unless you need to be.
I don't need to be.
Yeah, if you were just wanting to be, I'm good. Okay, let's try this again. I might have to get used to this type of here.
It makes everything so much harder having this tiny contraption instead of a chin-up bar that's just a straight bar.
How do I do this? I've done this before.
We'll count it. I mean, that alone is very hard. Nice. And now here she can extend her legs and try to stop
I
before
won't
she
do
hits
that.
the floor.
I'm not gonna do that.
Good job.
I know you like.
Those are hard.
That's not what he was saying. Is like madness for me, for my size, for
No,
all of the
that's
things.
That you've done this, where you come around and you don't let your feet hit the floor. You can do these things. You can do the windshield wipers. I'm going to do one more set of the... Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to move along. If you want to try, if you've been doing those, another set, feel free. We're going to move on to these fun things. We're taking our door anchor. I'm going to put a heavy, or this medium heavy, in the door. So, voila. Flipping that, I'm putting this high. Okay. Now I'm gonna slip the black one through that, right through the center like this. See how I did that? And now we're just gonna do like the ski erg, these things. So you can either do an overhand grip like that, or you can hold neutral. I'm going over. Let's time these, Al, my pal.
Mm-hmm.
Let's let people get caught up if they are doing this. It's the long band. It doesn't really matter which one. You'll walk back to find a good tension. Anchored at the top of the door. Then you've slipped. I like the medium to light band through that. And then you're gonna walk back, and I'll just show you one rep. Bam, like that. You're pulling down into the sides to where this center piece here kind of hits you in the middle of chest, the solar plexus there. Okay, we're gonna do a minute of this.
Wow.
Yeah, this is gonna be hard. Start
Silent.
far back. You start to die, move forward. Okay, Alice is gonna say on your mark as I go.
On your mark, get set, go.
So you can make it very fast, like your cross-country skiing, you see that? Or you can sort of make it more bodybuilder-ish, controlled like that. Did I say a minute? What planet was I on when I did that?
A third of the way there.
Remember that scene at the end of Tropic Thunder when he's like, I was wrong! When the little kid is stabbing him in the neck.
I do not remember that.
That movie's a mixed bag.
Yeah.
I need to rewatch it though, now that we know what's his name is. Never gonna make a minute. How much time has it been?
40 seconds.
Okay. Teeny weeny break. Okay.
Who? What's his name?
Steven,
Oh,
something.
yeah. 9, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, that's awful. Okay. I'm gonna give you the red.
Thank you.
Just trust me. Just because trust me. Thank you. Okay. A minute is ridiculous, but I'm gonna make you do it because I did it. Say when you're ready.
I'll let Sean give me the on your marks, get set.
All right, on your mark. Get set, go. Boom. Yep. We had the same reaction. I mean, the truth is it's more the purple band that's getting stretched. So the one that's looped through is really, that's just window dressing. 10 seconds done. We'll do 2 of these. Yeah, and we're gonna do something in between. So for those who were doing the front squats, front levers, that's 25 seconds. Good for you, but this is similar stuff. You can also do this kneeling down, not so fast. We're trying to become somewhat explosive. 36 seconds. You might want a mini break. Because if like some stuff starts to fail, it'll turn into a little bit of an abdominal exercise. I mean, it is abs no matter what, but like people will start rounding over to get the movement. 12 seconds to go. 4, 3, 2, 1, and that is it.
Oh man, those tries.
Yeah, right? What
Wow.
was push day? Was a recent day?
It was 2 days ago.
Well, there we have it. There's our answer. That is why the suffering. Try this, folks. Grip this guy. Take 1 knee or 2, butt tight, as best you can. Pull apart. Shoulders down and back. The grip is a little unpleasant because it kind of cuts into the webbing there. Chest opener. Reverse fly. I'm gonna do 4 more. Al's turn.
Would you ever do 2 bands behind you, facing this way and pulling?
Flies?
Yeah.
Sure. It's a pain. Like, if you're what she's talking about does make sense. You would need bands anchored behind you, but slightly to the sides. You would need 2, and then you could do flies. But if you look at how wide my arms are, it has to be that width. If not, it's like you're pulling them away and then back in, which doesn't really make sense. So if you've got the space for that, good for you. It's just not a movement that lends itself well to limited space, and the odds of you having 2 anchors that can be even are low, unless you're literally converting a room to be a gym, basement or garage or outdoors, where you can install like a steel bracket on, or something, strong bracket on either sides of you. And it's got to be really in there good if you're going to use it for this stuff. Like, there's stories of people and videos, tons of videos of people thinking they can use their radiator or a part of their home. And then, you know, if you're lifting with a lot of force, I mean, that's the whole thing. If it's giving you enough resistance, it has to be heavy. But that means the thing has to be anchored really, really good. If it ain't, it gonna break. Tracy Anderson doesn't need to rig things up very well because she doesn't need to work your body very well. Why doesn't she need to? Because she's got Gwyneth. The Goopstress. The Goopmeister. I will give Gwyneth credit for the name. Goop it's a good name. Something about it. It's cute. Okay. Back to these things. The skiing. If you would be so good as to time me.
On your marks. On your mark. Get set. Get ready. 5, 6, 7, 8, and go now.
Oh my god! It's already death in my triceps. I immediately felt my triceps dying. What time do you think it is? 8 of? 12 of?
You were very close. It's 9 of. No, it's 11 of.
Huh, I was off by 1 in both directions. I think I bent my thumbnail back digging into that orange earlier, which hurts twice. Once from bending it, twice from the citric acid getting in there. Ow, how many things?
2/3 there.
Oh, that's the worst news you've ever given me.
You're doing a very good job.
My flesh suffers.
You're doing a very good job, Sean. Keep going, don't spaz.
It's gotta be spicy or it's not gonna happen.
Done.
You didn't see that. I didn't just do that.
I'm fine with it going up against the door. I'm not fine when it hits our tile floor.
Okay, you let me know when you're ready. Guess what, folks? This is it. You will be done with the completion of this set.
I am
Stoked.
ready.
Ready. On your mark. Get set. Begin. To go. Now, when you did, was the time to start. So let it be written, so let it be done. Okay, fitness friends. That's it. You're done. You made it, I guess. Hey, what's up with Alice?
I'm taking a break.
Okay, just checking.
Calling
Just
me
checking
out
in.
as he's signing off.
32, 33, 34. You're doing great.
I believe he
You
took
might want to move up.
multiple breaks.
Oh, I did. I had to.
So, and I take one. I get shit about it. Just calling that out.
I wish to rescind my ship. 12 seconds to go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and that is it. Alice made it. All right. Okay, you old so-and-sos. Have a wonderful weekend. Boing fin day. There's Alice. And I'll see you. I'm saying good weekend. I'll see you tomorrow, I guess. Weekends, weekdays, well, it's all the same. Time's a
See you tomorrow.
construct.